Hello, and welcome to another installment of the DM Journal. I am Jack from JOC Tabletop, and I have a cold. Autumn has just started, and I already feel like shit. I'm going to try and sneeze and or sniff in between breaths so that I can edit it out easily. Regardless, we have been away for a few weeks because we have been very busy. I especially have been very, very busy. What with the start of a new campaign, the almost complete loss of my voice during such time, and also the start of various new projects, which should be very interesting and very exciting. I have a little list here. It's a post-it note that says about 5 words on it. So I'm gonna go through those 5 words on the post-it note. The first 2 words say new campaign, because we started a new home game. I've talked about it in the last couple episodes of how I've been working up to it and getting everything ready, and it was going to be really great. And it started off really well. The opening quest was super good, and they went through it really well. It went as close to perfectly as the opening to a new campaign could. Our new player meshed in, pretty much seamlessly with the group. We had a lot of fun. People really like all the new characters, even though the characters kind of hate each other, which is really fun. A lot of interesting party dynamics. Snooty elves, angry humans, less angry but more alcoholic humans, whale people that are also alcoholics, and Goliaths that just want to go to bed at their bedtime, It's been a lot of fun. They're traveling around the world's wing, and they're having a good time with it. They seem to be enjoying themselves. I'm certainly enjoying running it. And whilst we're going to have to stop for a little while whilst we sort of find another place where we can play the game in person to a decent efficiency, we should be starting up again within the next month, hopefully. Which is always good. Also during that same week, we had an old player of ours who had come back from university from one of the other games. Tom, one of the Toms, because there is 2, he joined us for a one-shot in which I ran a heist, because I'd always wanted to do one and I've never done one before. And it was a bit of a clusterfuck, but it actually went really well. I modelled the house after the home of Barrister Arnold Timpsch from the Dishonored DLC Knife of Dunwall, because it's the best level in the game. Just without exception, it's really, really great. Dowd is really fun, and also the level is really, really well designed. So I modelled the house after Timpsch's house, and it just so happened I decided that the guy they were robbing from was also a barrister, but his name wasn't Timpsch. His name was Algerone, and they had to steal a painting, to which they did. They made off with most of his money as well, which was good. That was part of the plan. They were supposed to make it look like just a robbery and not like we're sending you in specifically for this expensive painting. Did some other bits and pieces, did a lot of planning, scouting. It went very well. Bit of a clusterfuck, as all heists in D&D tend to go, but on the whole, went very, very well. It was quite a fun, but also very, very, very interesting experience. I did like the adventure quite a bit, and sort of some of the premises that were there I was actually quite proud of that I came up with in reasonably quick time. I think I designed the whole thing inside of a week, and it ended up being really, quite interesting. So I figured at some point I may go back and refine it a little more and iron out the edges, and I might release it as a free, or at the very least very cheap little module on the DM's Guild. We'll see. A few weeks ago, I announced the final volume of the Archive of Esoteric Secrets, with an additional announcement on our blog. If you don't follow us there, it's on our Tumblr. It'll be in the description. I can't remember the URL off the top of my head because I'm a bad person. The final miniature volume of the Archive of Esoteric Secrets, with a complete volume that will be coming out, hopefully, if all things go well, by the end of the year, maybe. If I can, if I can get my shit together, basically. It will be out within the year, which will be super great. I have been working very hard on it. There's loads of really cool new spells. It is the complete Archive of Esoteric Secrets, which is what it is called, includes every single spell from the first 5 volumes of the archive, plus an additional 80 spells, effectively doubling the number of spells. I mean, literally doubling the number of spells. So it's a case of, if you're not sure whether you want to buy it, because it will have a cost. I'm having Katie do some nice art for it, some cover art and some interior stuff, and it should be super cool. I'm gonna have to charge for it, but it won't be very much. We're looking at this, whilst this may change, $3-4, something like that. Nothing ridiculous. A reasonable price. That's for certain. And the book itself has 160 spells in it. And 160 spells is pretty great, and if you're not sure if you want to buy it, feel free, you can download any of the other volumes of the archive. They're all completely free. You can effectively get half the book for free, which is, if you either don't have the money, or you don't want to buy it, or you want to just see if it's good. The quality is pretty consistent throughout, so feel free to get any of the previous volumes, 1 through 5. There's 80 spells in there. The other 80, along with that same that original lot, will be in the complete archive. We have. I will read off a few spell names without telling you too much about what they do, just to see if you sound interested. Auriferous Ica, Chaos Wave, Crystal Breath, Dead Sight, Facade, Fibrillations, Hyperborean Star, that's a 9th level, Indalamar's Otherworldly Warcry, Jackdaw's Murderous Murders, Mellifluous Movement, Nox's Dark Sun, Rarog, and Undulating Oddity. This and many more spells can be found in the complete Archive of Esoteric Secrets, hopefully to be released by Christmas time, with, hopefully. No guarantee there. We'll keep you posted. Additionally, we have officially started work on our first feature-length adventure. This adventure, Thieves of Rosebrook, is a level 1 to 3 adventure for new or experienced players that's set in and around the town of Rosebrook. It is a small riverside town in the countryside that is experiencing some quite dubious theft. And, well, it's the party's job to find out who's been stealing everybody's stuff and to get it all back. It's a very, it's not a high-stakes adventure, it's not anything world-ending, so if it's not really up your alley, then that's fine. But the option is always there. The town will be full of interesting NPCs that we will add plenty of details as to who they are, where they come from, what they're like. We'll be adding lots of detail for the DM that just wants to pick up a book and run an adventure, but at the same time, huge, 80 to 90% of the adventure can be changed if it doesn't fit in your setting, or if you don't like how this NPC acts, or you would like an NPC like this. We make it very, very clear in the adventure that everything is fluid. You can change pretty much anything you want, and it won't impact the adventure as a whole all too much, as long as it doesn't make the adventure impossible or, make it ridiculously easy. So the land, or the town of Rosebrook, will be free for the players to explore, and all that cool jazz. We may even release the section about Rosebrook for free, just as a little taster, just to see what the adventure is like. We've put a lot of work into this. We've been designing it on and off for months now, actually, I think about 6 months, and we finally started to go into full writing and design. We've added some pre-generated characters as well that people can use if they feel interested. Some of them link back to the classes, such as the Inquisitor, that sort of thing. It should be good fun, and I hope you guys really like it, because we're already putting quite a bit of work into it, and it's looking to be really, really great. Well, I think that's all the time we have for this week. I hope you have enjoyed this installment of the DM Journal. In case you can't tell, I'm getting a little more energetic and a little more confident, I suppose, with doing this, a little more energy into it, so even though I'm ill as all fuck. So, if you've enjoyed this, do the YouTube stuff, there's quite a few things that you can do. Just press the buttons if you liked it, and if you extra liked it, press the other buttons. You know what they are. Hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.